in Fortnite, there's current teasers happening, such as a Bart Simpson's tree. So it was funny to see the WWE Universe turn into little Fortnite teaser type of followers, you know?
Yeah, but when Fortnite teases it,
yeah. Let me go ahead and study the shoe. Is it going to be, what size is it? Oh, that's definitely a loafer. Oh, no socks, no ankle. Is it good? They're like, Jesus.
No socks, no ankle.
Gunther. Like, it blew my mind. It blew my mind. And it's one of those things, like, whoever came up with the marketing, does, like, as soon as the response is like, oh, someone's gonna be coming back as a Jericho. It's gonna be Austin Theory. And everyone's like, oh, dear God. This is not what we wanted.
No. I remember, like, this is the type of marketing that, like, it was used by, like, Smash Brothers, right, to reveal a new character. Right? Oh my God, whose ankle was that? Oh my God, is that a cardboard box? Huh, it's Solid Snake. What? What's the reveal here, man? We're doing WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas. Get fucked, New Orleans. Nobody cares about this.
You know what it is? I really do think about that. It just shows us how hungry we are for something different. That's what it is. Like, we want something, like, fresh. We need it. Like, we're so desperate for something awesome to hit us. We're like, is this Jericho? And it's like, dude, it's like, Jericho's up there, right? What can he produce in terms of bangers? Don't know. But I think it's more of a reflection on the current state of the WWE's current product, is that, oh, we want a new toy already. We're already fiending for a new toy.
It could be that. I still genuinely think that this is the type of filming and marketing that you do for the reveal of a faction or somebody. Even if we were getting amazing product right now, even if it was like, you know, WrestleMania 40 levels of build, amazing good, if I saw this, my initial thoughts, initial expectations would be the debut or the return of somebody. And if it was revealed to be, you know, advertisement for a PLE, I'd still be disappointed whether the product was good or not. I just think that this is, I think it's tone deaf. More to what you're saying. It's tone deaf in the sense that how does WWE now recognize that we're so hungry for something new that the product has been fairly stale? It had a couple of good weeks there, you know, like the build up to Crown Jewel. But for the most part, like 85% of it has been very stale. They had to have known that this type of marketing was just going to elicit the fan theories and expectations that they weren't going to deliver on.
Not just a game, it's just a theory. A game theory.
R.I.P. Matt Bad.
He's not dead! I literally saw him on Dexastro, whatever that place is.
R.I.P.
Looking good. Looking handsome. Looking handsome. Matt Bad's handsome.
Is he?
Yeah.
Who's more handsome, me or Matt Bad?
Be honest. I have a bone to pick with you.
What did I do?
And I speak for the people. The people, and I even speak for some slammers. No, wait, I'm not, look, I know people think I'm just a Sancho Mania guy, right? But I speak for both people, right? I speak for the Santi Slammers and the Sancho Maniacs out there. You, for almost years, have denied every single request to oil up, my friend. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, when a celebrity like Jelly Roll goes, "Hey, Santi, why don't you oil up, buddy? Let's do it." Handshake, you're like, "Sure, pal, I'll oil up for you. Here I go." Immediately, you grovel. You get down and you oil up for Jelly Roll?
I want to make something perfectly clear. This isn't, you're looking at this the wrong way, Sancho. You're looking at this the wrong way. You are looking at it as if Jelly Roll is making Santi oil up. No. You should be thanking me. This is Santi making Jelly Roll go off the top rope. Because I'm the one. That sounds like a Jelly Roll problem. He's the one willing to do it for the oil up. I've taken the meme and I've taken it to mainstream. Something that people want so bad that I'm making Jelly Roll risk his life for it. You should thank me. You should right now get on your knees and thank God that Santi has managed to convince Jelly Roll to go off the top rope. See, I'm playing 10-dimensional chess. You think Santi's the one bending over for the Grammy Award nominated celebrity? No. They're bending over for the will of Santi, for the will of the oil. For Sancho, the will of the people. The people want the oil up, and I saved it. back. But now it's going to be extra special because they might see Jelly Roll shooting star press. You're welcome.
There's always a plan B.
Dude, you know what this is, right? You thought you had me, but I just got up from the middle of a bathroom blood pool like the end of Saw. Da-da-da, da-da. I've been playing this game all along, man. I've just been waiting to cash in this oil up chip. Look, I would have happily saved it for a Johnson & Johnson sponsorship. I would have saved it for that, but instead, I did it for the people. I did it for a Jelly Roll top rope move. You're welcome.
My dude, do you think we're gonna get an oil up chant? Like, honestly, like, I wonder if people are gonna pop extra when they see, like, dude, if I'm really at home reacting to a Jelly Roll PLE match, which is gonna happen, and I see Jelly Roll go, touch that top, and I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna happen. Oh my God, dude.
It would be genuinely, like, fart laughter inducing if there is an oil up chant in the WWE arena and WWE production has no clue what it's for. Actually, you know what? No, they must have a clue, right? Like, if Jelly Roll wants to get this done, he's gonna have to convince somebody at WWE to let him do a top rope move. And when they say why, here's why, and then he lays out the whole Santi Zap oil up lore.
Dude, he's gonna have to get he's gonna have to contact his lawyers, his insurance, his manager. It's gonna have to go to Michael Hayes. It's gonna have to go to Triple H. It's gonna have to go to Nick Khan.
This is gonna have to go up the power, the hierarchy. See, guys? All of this because I held up on the oil up meme for the perfect moment. Sancho, now that I've laid out my context, aren't you happy that I did? Aren't you happy that I didn't immediately just cave to the people? That I instead bottled this up like a marketing business genius for an awesome Jelly Roll top rope moment and backstage conversations about Santi oiling up?
I just wanted to go, imagine it got to The Rock, the final boss.
And then at WWE Unreal. So then I said, Santi has to oil up.
Let's do it. Okay, I see. Okay, to answer your question, to go back, if you oil up, it'd be Santi's more handsome than that.
Oh, okay, so, alright, that's good to know. So, wait, so dried, he's more handsome dry.
Yeah.
What if we dried oil up?
Oh God, Matt Pavlik.
Oh, so you think the oil up is like a buff?
Why do you think wrestlers oil up? You think it's just for shenanigans? You think it's just for like an advantage to slip out of people's grips?
It would make you fairly slippery, like tiny little slug.
Dude, to think that you were this close to oiling up for Dijak. Wow.
Yeah, see, I saved it. I didn't save myself. I saved the meme for the best possible moment. There will come a point, Sancho, where Jelly Roll will have done this, goes off the top rope, he gets Santi lathered up, and then somewhere down the line, he goes on to win a bunch of Grammys. Bunch of you will not remember Jelly Roll for the Grammys. You will remember him for the top rope move that got Santi oiled up. What a timeline. It is kind of crazy, though, that wrestling content creation and a dumb meme from one wrestling content creator has reached this, right? It's gotten to this. It's kind of hard to really put into words. But I don't think it got to this because it's such a big meme. I think it got to this because Jelly Roll is such a big wrestling fan who has his finger on the pulse of what's happening in the wrestling space beyond what's happening in the WWE and his work obligations. He watches YouTube. He's a comments gremlin. He's listening to podcasts, so he's in the know. So yeah, like this is pretty much 99% on the back of Jelly Roll just being such a giant wrestling nerd and fan that he's taken the oil up memes to new heights. I thought it was Chris Van Vliet. I'm like, this is the peak of the oil up meme. Yo, Chris Van Vliet might be in line for a Nobel Peace Prize for brokering the deal of the century. be oil up ceasefire, bro. That's it. It'll stop it. It'll be an oil up ceasefire in the comments. No more people commenting oil up because the oiling up is going to happen.
It's gonna put a picture of you in a bottle of oil, like holding up their little do-rags together, little bananas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good time.
Wow. Isn't it wild the butterfly effect that you have in this industry? And it's not even like what's the word? Positive is not the word I'm looking for. It's a very random effect, you know? Like it's so random.
Yeah. So random. It's a weird effect for sure. I totally get what you mean. I don't know that I have a positive influence. I think it's definitely more. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I think I don't know. It's like
it's very Simpsons-like.
It's a stupid influence. It's like
shit!
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
That kills me.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I have a random question for you. I was watching Raw, and they were showing people, you know, like, hey, so-and-so's here. O'Shea Jackson Jr. Would you be the one where they go, Santi, we want to shoot you, you just get up, wave your hand, say hello. How big of a pop get?
I think I'd get something. I think I'd get a little bit. Yeah. I mean, like, listen, it's really hard for me to go to wrestling shows. I get sworn. I do. This isn't like a vanity thing. It's what happens. Even indie shows, AEW shows, it's tough for me to be able to even just go to the bathroom and take a piss. Like, it's tough. And at WWE shows, it's 10 times worse because that's all I do. Is I cover WWE. I'll get a title pop. You might hear something. You might hear a little something.
I would be afraid to do it because the thought of no pop. You know, I already get no pop here at wrestling school all the time.
I mean, I wouldn't be afraid of no pop. I think it'd be hilarious if I got no pop because then it's just content. That's the thing, man. In this space of content creation, anything and everything, even embarrassing moments, if you're willing to do them, it's just content at the end of the day. It's just entertainment. And I don't take it that seriously. If I got no pop, cool. It's going on the Reddit video.
There's the last question I have for you. Is it oil over the clothes? Are you going to wuss out, put oil over the clothes and just dust stuff?
No, it's shirtless oiling up, man. I'll make sure, listen, once I can start to sniff out that Jelly Rolls Mafia, I'll come back to the WWE, because I think it'll be a long time. I think people are like, oh, by WrestleMania. Jelly Roll has tours. He took time off of these tours to do the wrestling stuff, and I'm assuming the trade-off with the manager is like, hey, your next tour is going to be pretty long. So I think that Jelly Roll's going to be on the road, working his actual job here for a long time, maybe the next year. But people forget, man, like, it took Bad Bunny like over a year to get back into the ring after his WrestleMania 37 match, right? He had his match at WrestleMania 37, and then it wasn't until, an entire year later, more than that, right? After WrestleMania 39, so 2 years later, for him to get back into the ring because he was touring, because he was being a famous person. So I got time, one, to get really jacked and get really lean, because if I'm going to oil up, it is going to be shirtless, it is going to be exposing the goods, and I better look good in it. I better look good oiled up.
Is the goods the nips? Is that what you're saying?
The goods is just all of this. It's not the good goods, if you know what I'm saying. You're not getting that. You gotta pay for that. That's on patreon.com/SantiZach. Yeah, that's a Patreon exclusive right there.
Get off my account.
Derail this as always, but
That's alright. We haven't really talked about wrestling. We talked about WrestleMania feet pics and me oiling up. that's been the podcast and baseball.
and baseball.
Alright, let's talk about I think if we talk about Saturday night's main event, it takes us down a rabbit hole of all of the different topics. Like if you wanted to talk about Jade Cargill's heel turn, about like Jey Uso and stuff like that, I think if we just kind of go through it on a match-by-match basis, we'll hit all of those notes. So yeah, let's talk about Saturday night's main event and give some predictions. Let's start off with the fully confirmed Intercontinental Championship triple threat match between Dominic Mysterio, Rusev, and Penta. I'll pass it over to you. What are your thoughts so far? Are you excited for the match?
I'm very excited for the match. I feel like it's going to be a playground. the ultimate playground for Dirty Dom to show off all of his tricks of the trade, his bag of tricks. I don't think he runs out of tricks here. I'm not annoyed. I'm not tired. This is such a refreshing thing. I mentioned it so many times on this podcast and my own YouTube channel, Southwest West Wrestling, that he's the thief, man. And we want to see the thief succeed. He's like a heist of the century every week type of vibe. The way he like how he's gonna get away with it. How he's gonna be able to trick the referee. How he's gonna trick the opponent. And for him to go against Rusev and Rusev at the same time, I feel like he's gonna have more trickery up his sleeve. That's gonna be so creative, so unique. Because I don't feel that his comeuppance should happen now on the Saturday Night's Main Event. It should happen at Mania. If we're gonna have a comeuppance for Dominic Mysterio, give it at Mania. Give it a big whatever, give Rusev a big whatever, or even Sheamus if they wanted to go that route and give him this IC title at WrestleMania. It has to be off of Dom. I think Dom is adding prestige to this title. I know earlier you were in like, it's fool's gold, but that wasn't when he was active with the title. He was just holding on to it. Now that he's actually active with the title here and in AAA down in Mexico, it's adding so much prestige to the title. And it's going to make it, like I mentioned, the moment he does lose mean something, because I think it's when he runs out of tricks. It's like every heist movie, one last heist, going deep into the bag, and then there's nothing there. It's empty. He's got to rely on himself. And I think that's what's interesting. Also, the WWE, they have a tendency, Santi, where they go, ooh, you're not supposed to like this guy this much. Let's go ahead and try to douse out this fire. And I don't see that happening with Dominic Mysterio, because they're letting him cut promos and commercials, and I think they're going to see how long this goes. How long can this Dominic Mysterio, how much gas is in this tank? And I think there's a lot of it.
Yeah, I've just been loving what they've been doing with Dominic Mysterio on Monday Night Raw. You're right, and I stand by what I said. It felt like Dominic's championship reign in the first 3 months was being wasted, right? What a great win he had at WrestleMania. He got an encore standing ovation, people wanting him to come back to celebrate again, only to do absolutely nothing with him for the next 4 months after that. I was very disappointed. This is what I wanted right off the get-go, right? People, so you saw that you should have been patient. Why? Why should I be patient? Why shouldn't I have gotten this right away? We could have gotten this the entire time. We could have had a fully entertaining Intercontinental Championship run from beginning to end. That's my humble opinion. I don't know why people are okay for settling for mediocrity simply to get something good at the end. I think as consumers, especially those that pay good money to be part of this very expensive hobby, we should expect good from the onset, from the very beginning. And that's not what we got. But now, this is the type of championship run that I wanted out of a Dominic Mysterio. It is consistently the best thing on Monday Night Raw. You want to jump in?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, what's a red flag when you go to a restaurant? What's that red flag right out the gate? You're like, oh, this is not good. This is not a good start.
Yeah, the waiter takes forever to even come talk to me, right? It takes forever to take my order. Or they take my order, and then it takes forever to get to me. That's immediate red flags, right? As a consumer, you know what? I want to be entertained. I want to be satisfied. I want to feel like my time and my money is being put to good use right off the bat. And for some reason, us wrestling fans have just sort of become okay with accepting crap to eventually get something good. And I don't think that we should be that way. I think we should expect good out of the WWE at all times and call it out when it's bad.
It's because it costs a lot of money, man.
Yes.
It's a product would you say, I would have to say now that wrestling is becoming a luxury.
Okay, all right. So I went to the Jays game, right? I went to the Jays
World
game.
Series.
World Series, first World Series game in, oh my God, 32 years. 32 years. I was third row. I had VIP lounge access for $1,700 Canadian dollars. Put that at around $1,400 US dollars. That is borderline nosebleeds at WrestleMania. That's insane. That's crazy, right? That's crazy talk. Toronto's a massive market, and a World Series game is $1,400 US dollars, which is very expensive for a baseball game. Incredibly expensive for a baseball game. And yet still pennies on the dollar compared to WWE. Insanity. Absolute insanity. But it's not even just the dollar cost, right? When you should be expecting something good. It's the time sink. There's so many hours of WWE that WWE fans need to stay on top of to be in the know, to be part of the zeitgeist, the conversation. And if a huge portion of it is just dedicated to poor storytelling or no storytelling like it was with Dominic Mysterio, I think fans are in the right to call it out that it's bad. And I just don't think that it's worth coming to the defense of the WWE by saying, you gotta be patient, just wait. Why? Expose it. You should want it to be good at all times. I don't think that that's a crazy statement.
So, wait.
Dom wins. And I'm almost purely hanging on the fact that I want it to be Dom and Cena. Purely hanging on the fact that I think we could be running Dom and Cena at War Games. We have John Cena right after Saturday night's main event for 2 episodes of Monday Night Raw at huge venues at Madison Square Garden, TD Gardens in Boston. What's left for him to build up to that has importance in the career and legacy of John Cena? What's left? He's done it all. Sure, there's some cool matches here or there that he could be building to, but like if he's gonna have a match at War Games, there's no savory War Games match right now where you're like, yeah, that's what I want John Cena in. So if that's not the case, what's like the thing left for Cena to do? It's the Grand Slam. It's going after whoever the IC champion is. And Rusev would be interesting because that's a callback. Penta would be brand new. But Dominic is the right call. Dominic would be the right call for Cena. Maybe I'm expecting a little too much here, expecting it to be Dom and Cena, but that's what I'm going to cling on to. That Dom is going to win so that we can set up Dom and Cena.
Would it be wild to speculate that you get Dom and Cena and then you get Sheamus? This is the last match?
It's not crazy. It's so funny you mentioned that because I just talked about that in the video that I uploaded. What would be the Tuesday, so the same day as this goes up for the patrons, a few days ago for the free viewers. Somebody asked me like, what a shame. Somebody said, what a shame that Sheamus wasn't around more or that Cena isn't sticking around longer to give a Cena versus Sheamus. Something I pointed out is that we're not too many degrees of separation away from getting a Sheamus versus Cena match, even just on Monday Night Raw. Or maybe even the retirement match. I don't think people will be mad about Cena and Sheamus being Cena's last match for the IC title. I'd be fine with that. Sheamus is feuding with the Judgment Day. What faction holds the IC title? The Judgment Day. So we're not that far from IC title Sheamus. It's a couple degrees of separation. And then not that far away then from Cena and Sheamus either, because they're going to be on the same show. So the chances are low, but I don't think they're zero.
Well, I think it's more about is that John Cena's reverence for his past opponents has been very open. Like we've seen his AJ Styles, and I mean, the one dude he hasn't paid any kind of reverence or respect to is Sheamus.
Okay, to be fair, in John Cena World Championship Series, I just watched John Cena versus Sheamus. The worst match so far of the championship series. It was awful.
But I mean, it's not. Sheamus at that time was just like not the Sheamus that we have now.
Yeah, he was a noob. He was 6 months into his main roster run, and he's beating Cena in a tables match. By the way, singles tables matches, what a terrible stipulation.
Oh wait, like just throwing each other into the table, like
winner, you win by putting your opponent through a table. But in a singles environment, that sucks because if you're setting up a table, there's nothing going on. Meanwhile, in a tag environment, right, one person gets at the table and action can still be happening. Singles tables matches, nada.
You know what I need to do? Santi, you know what we need to do?
What?
We need to invent a table, a pro wrestling table, that automatically, the tables go up, like the legs go out, without any kind of, here he goes. If you're watching, you know what's happening. Audio listeners, Santi is now.
Sharks, I would like to present to you the auto building table. I would like to ask for $500,000 or 5% of the company, and I promise you that at no point in this company, Sancho will be on the thumbnail. So come on, Sharks, Mark Cuban, how about you partner up with Santi?
Yeah, but what's the table? Explain the table, Santi. It's a table that folds out immediately. The legs go out.
Yeah, it's a Back to the Future table.
Yeah, instantly sets up, so we don't have to do that long.
Dude, they make that like they make that furniture now where you can buy like a
over.
Yeah, like you kind of like just take it out of the packaging and it just sort of expands and builds on its own.
Yeah, vacuum sealed tables.
Yes, that's it. Sharks, please.
Sharks.
Right here, join us.
You ever watch pro wrestling? And they bring out the table and it just takes so much time. Why don't you just want a table that instantly pops up?
Dun, 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 dun. You know, that started as a Canadian show? Dragon's Den.
Yes, but just like anything, the Americans take it over and make it better.
America!
Yeah. You do realize that this entire relationship that we had, I can't believe it's all coming to the Dodgers and Blue Jays. It's just kind of crazy, right? The Dodgers is basically like the John Cena of baseball. Like,
yeah, dude. Later in the year we have Cowboys and Chargers. Cowboys.
Yeah, 21st, 4 days before Christmas.
Yeah, man.
Should we stream that together? Here you go.
I mean, I don't see. I
more like
probably
bolt and run.
Bolt and
I'm
run.
probably busy. Yeah,
maybe,
you sitting on the toilet doing nothing.
Okay, so Intercontinental Championship match.
Dom wins.
I have Dom winning, but beyond that, what are we doing here with Penta and Rusev? Is it continued feud between those two? Because it looks like there's more tension there between those two than there is between Penta and Dom and Rusev and Dom. It seems like Dom is just sort of a byproduct of his own actions, and the real feud is Penta and Rusev.
And the Americanos.
Oh, God. Okay, can I point something? Can I
Point it.
vent out?
Do it.
There's been, what has there been, man? Like 70 years of wrestling history at this point?
Yes.
It's such a long time. When has it ever worked out for the heel? Oh, I don't want to face anybody, but there's a #1 contender match? I know. I'm going to make sure that there is no #1 contender. It never works out. It always leads to, gentlemen, triple threat match, gentlemen. It's official. Yeah. I need a drink. I'm bald. Every time. Obviously, it's just an easy way to get to the triple threat, but come on, they gotta find a different way to do that, man. I think it just makes the heels look stupid. It's not important at the end of the day, right? It really is just old man screams at clouds. Headline year from Santi, but come up with something new.
I would have liked if Adam Pearce make him more of a guy that wants to get Dom to lose a little bit. If they're in a way where Dominic Mysterio is just so oblivious that he just signed a piece of paper without knowing what he's on.
Sure. Why not, right? It'd be different, right?
Hey, can we quickly sidebar here? Grande Americano.
Brother, this whole thing has been a sidebar. This whole episode has been a sidebar.
The greatest thing in wrestling in Mexico is Grande Americano. The biggest face down there in AAA is Grande Americano. I literally watched a little bit of what happened in the last episode that they had on HBO Max. Brother, poor Vikingo. If there's one person on earth, it's not LA Knight. It's not anybody. It's not Karrion Kross. It is Vikingo. I've never seen anyone 180 so much so. The dude did absolutely nothing to deserve to be a heel. Is booed out of the building. The dude can't open his mouth. He's literally talking to a guy who was pretending to be Mexican.
No, let's be more specific. A German guy pretending to be an American guy who was pretending to be a Mexican guy that's pretending to be an American guy.
And the dude is getting booed by his own people out the building. It's incredible. And then meanwhile, the WWE brings him over and he's just like 50% cool, less cool than he is in Mexico, right?
Yeah,
Am I
dude.
wrong?
El Grande Americano bitched out Mijo del Vikingo. Completely bitched him out. The real Mexican in that ring was El Grande Americano, as far as I'm concerned. Because that dude, you're right. The crowd just is not having it with Vikingo. We said on this podcast that the Mexican Lucha Libre crowd, they hold grudges for life, for generations. It doesn't go away. It's not gonna go away with Vikingo. It's like that forever. The Vikingo's kids will get booed out the building. That's just how it's going to be. It's generational beef in Mexico. That's how it is.
You should just leave.
To where? They're just...
To WWE. It's the only way he gets cheers.
It's true. Yeah, you're right. He did get love, a little bit more love at Worlds Collide, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first Worlds Collide, they loved him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's Triple Mania and the actual shows in Mexico where he is just public enemy number one. Next match. Let's talk about Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship. A match that seems to still be up in the air and it's happening. They're talking about Tiffany Stratton's knee injury. They're saying that she's still adamant about competing. So there's a couple of talking points, right? First one is the Jade Cargill heel.
Poor Santi. You're falling for Triple H's nerfing. No.
It is classic nerfing. You're right. It's my ribs. Classic nerfing.
My knee.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to ask, right, is because it could be nerfing, or it. Okay, let me restart my train of thought. It's nerfing for sure. It's nerfing. Why are they nerfing her? Are they nerfing her to protect her in a loss, or are they nerfing her to get her ready to maybe take some time off? That's what I'm kind of wondering here. Is it one or the other, or is it just as simple as
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, or is it just as simple as we don't want to have Tiffany Stratton lose clean, or do we have an intention of Tiffany Stratton taking time off until the Royal Rumble, and we want something to be set up for her to be out that time with Jade Cargill being an evil, vicious heel attacking the knee during the match. So those are kind of the talking points that I'm referring to. But you're right, this is totally classic Triple H nerf. I appreciate it not being the ribs, at the very least. At least it's not the ribs.
What's driving me crazy is when I did this review for this episode, I said, dude, this is amazing because this is the Jade that we were wondering would they ever hit. And I know there's a lot of things you have to talk about, like the failed experimentation of getting Jade Cargill over as a babyface of WWE's investment. So much has gone into Jade, the babyface, to take over the WWE's women's division. Did not pan out, right? We were supposed to eventually get Bianca Belair, Naomi, and all that kind of things were supposed to happen in the cards for Jade Cargill. We did not get that. And then when I said, ooh, Jade's here going against Tiffany Stratton, people go like, oh, another match between Jade and Tiffany. Like, this is not the same match. This is going to be totally different. This is heel Jade, who looked amazing, by the way, wearing the leather and the white hair with the black ends, and at the same time,
The scar.
the ruby scar, by the way, because she had it sparkled. Damn, dude, she looked amazing, and she got the Taker gloves. You know, the one that were Taker's like.
Sacho is shadowboxing for those that are audio listeners.
Like Taker.
But I agree with you, by the way. I agree with you. This is a brand new match. But let me find the middle ground with your point and the point of oh my god, another match. I would say that yes, this is a new match. I only need one of it though. I don't need a feud. I don't need a feud. Which is why I partly think they set up this knee injury so she can take her out so that there isn't a follow-up for Tiffany Stratton. Because I don't want to see more Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill. This should be a one-off. Not only should this be a one-off, this should just be Jade Cargill winning and moving on to different things.
Yes. Did you feel that? I love her, Keith. But dang, Jade Cargill had that big mommy cool vibe too.
She did. She did.
Yes.
This is what Jade Cargill has been needing. I don't even think that her babyface run was a failure. I think it was. I think it was just a mistimed run because of the injury to Bianca Belair, the pregnancy of Naomi. There's just all of the stuff that you were building up to, all of the cool shit, you couldn't do, right? So, well, we got to parachute out of here, right? Just kind of like with the John Cena heel turn, much higher degree of failure than the Jade Cargill babyface run. You had to parachute out of there. We weren't going to be able to pay off the thing with The Rock. We weren't going to be able to pay off the thing with Travis Scott. Let's get the hell out of here and do the thing that we're eventually going to get to, which is John Cena finding the light and becoming a good guy. With Jade Cargill, all right, yeah, sure, we wanted her heel turn to be something bigger, something more grand, attacking the lovable Bianca Belair, one of the top baby faces in the company, and setting that up, but she's not here. We can't do it. Let's parachute out of this and just get to the thing we want to get to, which is Jade Cargill as heel. And I'm totally fine with the decision.
Isn't it crazy that Bianca Belair has been out for so long? I try to tell people, dude, finger injuries, oof,
They
they're
suck.
not good. They
No.
do suck. It's almost gonna. I mean, at this point, it's been 6 months. I think
That's
she's gonna be
crazy.
out
Yeah.
longer.
We're looking at
Longer.
6 months. I think we're at the point where we're at that point of the year where I would just hold off on her returning until because they do like those special episodes of Raw and SmackDown for their first episodes of the year. They did like New Year's Revolution, Day One, whatever it might be. I would just save her for New Year's Revolution or Day One, whatever it is that they plan on doing.
Do you think who's gonna go after Jade then? Jade wins, as we're predicting. He's the new champion. Who's the baby face? Who's the one that could try to take down Jade Cargill? You call up somebody?
I don't think that a call up is the right move at the moment. It is Bianca Belair, right? But I think both you and I kind of have that mindset that Bianca Belair might be a little bit far away. Here's the thing. One of the things that we just aren't giving enough tender love and care to as content creators is Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Survivor Series is a huge show. It's in a stadium. It's in Petco Park. Maybe they are ready for Bianca Belair, and it's Bianca Jade at a stadium show at Survivor Series. Maybe they realize, okay, maybe we don't have the legs to be able to extend this to WrestleMania. Maybe we don't, maybe more importantly, not even that feud doesn't have the legs, maybe we just don't have the main event roster to be able to keep this feud on the back burner. Maybe Bianca is around the corner, and it's Bianca Jade in a stadium show, but it's not WrestleMania, instead it's Survivor Series.
Is this a safe place?
Go ahead.
Give Jade Cargill a squash match on a PLE. Make her look so dominant. Like she is the next big thing. Dare I say, a handicap match?
So,
What if she just came out there and just destroyed 2 local jobbers, or enhanced talent?
Beef Abbott Meechin?
I didn't say that. Slow down, dude. I said local enhancement, dude. I didn't
But
say
at a PLE, to be fair, they had her squash a bunch of local enhancement in AEW, and that's kind of like what worked in terms of building up her initial streak. But we're past that, sadly.
I know.
Cat's out of the bag, like it worked with Ryback. I know, but it worked with Ryback because he was a new character, and yes, this is a new character, but cat's out of the bag with Jade. She's already been a champion in WWE. I think so. I don't think you can rely on the enhancement talent.
She debuts a new finisher, good old jackknife powerbomb, and she's wearing the leather. I know PLEs are sacred now. All 4 or 5 matches. We can't have any fluff, no fat. Needs to be lean. Can't have any kind of fun on PLEs. It's just gonna be match commercial. That's all we're gonna do. Why not have a random PLE with some shenanigans like a handicap match?
Well, I mean, if I'm paying like $35,000 for this PLE, I'd rather
you want to see Jade Cargill?
I'd rather just see like an actual Jade Cargill match.
Versus who? There's who?
Well, that's for WWE to figure. That's their job. That's their job as bookers to figure this out.
You have rumors. You have all these people talk about Chat GPT when they could knock on the door of Sancho GPT, baby. That's right. The same place right now will always deliver shenanigans, deliver excitement, and deliver outside the box booking, baby.
I'm just picturing right now WWE. All right, Sancho, your last choice. How would you book
Sancho GPT?
Sancho GPT? How would you book Jade Cargill? All right, so we start off by giving LA Knight a world title match.
First, the question is, how can we make LA Knight champion? It's like one of those times when you do ChatGPT, you're like, no, that's not what I want. No, focus on this. Yeah. But LA Knight should be champion. Put them in a faction together. LA Knight, Jade Cargill. Why not? Let's make Jade heel. Let's turn LA Knight. Put him in some leather. Hey. Automatic heel. Automatic heel. And for some reason, all my heels in my booking are leather. They're all leather.
Oh man. They all just become the bad guys from the beat it music video? That's just your definition of a heel. Next up, let's talk about Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, the good guy in this story, the victim in this story, Drew McIntyre, as he continues to be screwed by WWE and their higher-ups who want their golden goose, Cody Rhodes, to be protected. Corporate Cody. Sancho, thoughts on this feud match? What say you?
Are they so bold to finally do what they wanted? I think what the lesson learned here is if Cody wants something and Cody didn't get it, I think Cody will eventually get it. And what Cody wants is to put the belt on Drew. I think that happens here. Just on that basic fact that the weekend for WrestlePalooza, they wanted Randy and Cody and Drew, and then Randy and causes this and that, and Drew ends up champion, right? Because that's what Cody wants. And I think what Cody wants, Cody gets. And I think it's time. Let's put it on there because you know what is a fun Cody? You know what's an exciting Cody? Not the Cody that sits there like a preschool teacher or, you know, yelling at the children. Enough! That's not a funny Cody Rhodes. You know, we don't want that. We want the Cody that's bold, daring, dashing, charismatic, who goes up against the machine, who stands on top of the turnbuckle and points at Roman Reigns and goes, I want you, Roman! That's the kind of Cody Rhodes I want to see. We need to get Cody chasing something, living for something, brother. Not coming out there with this soulless little three-piece suit and smiling all over the place and not getting pyro woes. That's not what I want.
Are they so bold, though? Are they willing to actually do the thing that people actually want to see? Like a big shock at Saturday Night's Main Event. You're right. Like the formula has set itself up perfectly for them to redo the wrongs of WrestlePalooza, because they should have done it at WrestlePalooza. That would have been a true shock and awe, a true welcoming of the era of ESPN. I just think it'd be fucking hilarious if they don't do it on ESPN and instead they do it on Peacock, the platform that they already left. This is part of the reason why I'm thinking that they won't do it, that it's on Peacock. This platform that they barely have any sort of relationship with at the moment.
Just Peacock. You hit that second word so hard. Peacock.
Okay, so WrestlePalooza and Peacock. Am I saying it right? Am I hitting the P too hard? Is that what you're saying?
You're hitting the P a little too hard.
Okay, so I'm good with just saying, so if I soften it up, Peacock. I'm good?
Soft P. Very important. Yeah.
Soft P. Alright.
Soft P.
Peacock.
It's sad that it's taken us this long, so many years of the relationship with the WWE Peacock for someone to finally unlock this dumb brain rot. We only gonna have like a couple of months with it, dude. Damn a month.
Alright. That's part of the reason why I don't think that they're gonna pull the trigger. I want them to pull the trigger on this, but
on what show? On what network?
On Peacock. I'm trying to keep it soft, like you said. So the cock is not hard?
No.
You want me to keep the cock soft, Sancho?
I played Fortnite for a little bit.
Alright. What were we fucking talking about?
We were talking about them pulling the trigger on Drew on a Peacock.
Peacock. I don't think that they're going to. I want them to. If they do, I'll be pleased. I will be happy. But I think that if I'm ESPN, I would be pissed. You know, I'd be mad. I genuinely would be upset as an ESPN executive if these super big ground-shifting moments happen off of platform when I just recently paid north of $1 billion to get these moments on my platform. You know? Why are these moments happening on the platform that you're currently on, that you have a long deal with, that I paid for? I would be mad. That's why I'm thinking it's not going to happen. I think that the new World Heavyweight Championship is an easy one to be like the ESPN. Sorry, we don't have a choice. Like, we need a World Heavyweight Champion, right? You want a champion going into your show of Survivor Series, right? ESPN, I think they can weasel their way out of that conversation. But I think it would be an awkward conversation between ESPN and WWE if WWE crowns a new champion off of ESPN.
Does this set up war games, though? In my mind, I'm trying to figure out how can you set up war games? Like you were mentioning, how can we lead momentum into the ESPN platformed PLE? And the only way you could do that is if you have Brock Lesnar involved in this match.
Oh,
I know, don't get mad. See, y'all get mad at me, but I'm the one trying to connect the dumb dots they're setting up here, okay? I'm the one that's seeing 4 down the road, so that way I'm not upset when it does happen, because I'm like, oh, of course they're going to have Brock do something here, because then you get war games. Imagine a world, you know, what's one of the biggest tropes that WWE loves for Survivor Series, for war games, for all these kind of things, Santi? I'm going to give you 1 second to think about it. Ready? You got it?
no.
Having 2 people not be friends work together in a match.
Will they be able to coexist?
They did it with CM Punk and Roman Reigns last year. If they do it with Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, there's a drama in that War Games match. Dude, War Games is totally up in the air because Seth Rollins' injury. I have no idea what they're going to do. There's rumors that there's going to be OG Paul Heyman guys. There's going to be the Division with Brock Lesnar. There's so many things that could be doing. This is an option as well. It is a weird option. Does it make sense option? No. But if the people love Drew McIntyre anyway, and they cheer for him anyway, no matter how heinous things he does, they make him the anti-hero babyface, maybe we have something here. Don't like it, don't see it, but it could happen.
Yeah, I have no idea where War Games is going either. Which I think is a good thing, you know? I don't mind unpredictability. I like also the fact that it's fine to not know where it's going to go when we actually have time to build it, right? We're in a rare air situation where after Saturday night's main event, it's not 1, it's not 2, it's not 3 weeks even. We actually have a 4-week PLE cycle to build to Survivor Series War Games, and that in itself weirdly is a breath of fresh air, because we've been usually like huffing and puffing in between PLEs because they come and go so damn quickly. We actually have a full 4-week cycle here to build to Survivor Series War Games. And it's not just even like the War Games matches, because even the women's one's a little bit like convoluted. I don't even know what they're doing with the women either. I think it's a little bit more clear with the women than it is with the men. For the men, I genuinely have no freaking clue.
Yeah, Kabuki Warriors, Charlotte and Alexa, Secret Hervis.
You probably have Lyra and Bailey in there, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky. Like there's things you can do, right? Like there's names. There's a big shared universe right now amongst all of the women that could coalesce, right? Right now with the men, not so much.
Seth Rollins gone, and then everything collapsed.
Seth Rollins was the anchor beam, right? He passed away, moved on to
He's not dead.
R.I.P. Seth Rollins,
No.
and now that destroyed the universe that was being anchored by Seth Rollins in a way, right? I think these are this is a Marvel reference. They talked about this in Deadpool, where like when one being dies from that universe, the rest of the universe kind of implodes because they were holding it together, they were anchoring it, and Seth Rollins was the anchor of everything that was happening here on Monday Night Raw, into a degree crossing over into SmackDown as well, right, with Cody Rhodes, and then that crossover became even more serious with their match at Crown Jewel. When Seth Rollins passed away, it completely eviscerated. Thanos snapped the universe that Seth Rollins was creating.
At some point, I want to do a segment on this podcast figuring out what wrestlers would be in that void. You know, with the Professor X's sister and all the other.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to make a name for myself. Who would be the Gambit of the WWE? That's the real question.
Well, the Gambit was somebody that was promised a movie, didn't get a movie, and had this whole thing around him. No! He is Louisiana Night. That's
Louisiana Night. That's true. Dude, it's always LA Night.
Who's this? Oh, this is Louisiana Night. Ooh. Hey, yeah. Ooh.
myself here.
Dude, why, Santi?
Why? Man, tie.
Why are we doing this at LA Night when there's like, look, I know it's the Halloween season. I know you see that Spirit Halloween truck pulling up to our parking lot here at the Glaze Factory. You see them unraveling that banner. But we're not closed. We're not worried. Nah. Because things are going to happen at Saturday Night's main event for LA Night. Something's going to happen for him. I don't know if it's going to be a positive or negative. But we're not here. We're operating. My point I want to make is, as someone that's been watching Justified Heels for close to 5 years with good old Triple H, why keep LA Knight a face? What's keeping him a face, brother? What is keeping you a face in this climate right now?
I think it's just the pops, the merch probably, because, I mean, you're right, like, a justified heel LA Knight might be the only way that we get to LA Knight actually winning the World Championship. I just think it's so funny that on this most recent episode of Monday Night Raw, he has a backstage interview. I'm next in line for the World Heavyweight Championship. It doesn't matter who it is, whether it's you, CM Punk, or you, Jey Uso. And then he goes out and loses to Brock Breaker. 10-5, basically. Just kidding. Yeah.
I tweeted this I go, why do I love wrestlers that lose so much? I said, why do I cheer for wrestlers that don't win? And I put a picture of Ron Breaker.
Do you feel like he went into business for himself when he held up the sign of "We want LA Knight, not Jey Uso"?
Dude, he is a passive-aggressive guy, man. Am I right? Like, I am sure he doesn't. You probably work with these people that clearly have issues with the company, but they're just so passive-aggressive about it that they don't really fully express themselves, so then you don't really know if they're mad or not. And that's what I think LA Knight does backstage politics-wise. Like, he just probably goes, yeah, whatever. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll go ahead and lose the problem. Yeah, sure. You're like, are you sure? Are you cool with this, LA Knight? Yeah, cool. I'm a good soldier, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fine, it's cool. Yeah. No,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
cool. Let me see the sign.
This is just jokes, not actually how I feel.
Yeah, it just says Jey Uso, LA Knight, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we got in trouble for that. It's putting down the company plans, right, on live TV. Whether I agree with it, by the way, I agree with it.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like he's the kind of guy that kind of protests, not in a way from getting, you know what I mean?